Twitch CEO Dan Clancy tipped a streamer $100 on air instead of gifting 20 subs. He said it's better because Twitch doesn't take a cut. The Twitch CEO doesn't even want his platform to take a cut of the revenue. That is wild to me. Not even the CEO believes in the platform. That's so fucking wild. I mean, he's not wrong, and that's why I did a donathon instead of a subathon, because I was like, fuck, why would I want to give Twitch like half of my revenue for the whole thing? That's wild. Please, Elon, buy Twitch. I would be very interested in seeing if somebody who could take over Twitch could do a better job. I'm pretty sure the bar is so low that almost anyone could run Twitch better than Dan Clancy, but it made me think, like, I've had my issues on Kick, but what is even the point of being Twitch partner at this point in time? Like, you don't get discounted TwitchCon tickets if you're a partner. You don't, like, I don't have a dedicated Twitch manager. I don't know how one exists. Twitch ambassadors are genuinely fucking worthless. They just basically hire people as ambassadors who are politically aligned with the people who already run the platform, and they just run interference and defense for Twitch whenever Twitch fucks up. Like, if somebody is a Twitch ambassador, I trust them about as much as I trust Dan Clancy. And I feel like that is basically how you should approach someone who is a Twitch ambassador. So partner's not worth it. I just, like, when I was an affiliate, I wanted to strive for partner because it was like you got like the ability to get higher splits for income. You had like the opportunity that people would take you more seriously as a streamer as far as like sponsors and stuff went, because they would see that badge and they would know that there's a certain set of parameters you have to meet in order to hit that. There would also be like, most of the time people would get Twitch contact in order to help them out with things. I never got any of that. I never got any of that. And like, it's neat that they roll out some of the things to affiliates, like they rolled out the Partner Plus program to all of the affiliates as well. But what if there's nothing that delineates being a partner from being an affiliate? If there's nothing more that you get from being a partner, then what's the point of striving toward it? If a company can't look at your partner badge and automatically know that you have like higher viewership, higher follower count than an affiliate, it doesn't even work for you in that regard. It's basically worthless. Have I seen new Pokemon game combat? It's literally just Pal World, but without guns. I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, and I saw some kind of a leak that shocked the fuck out of me. I've never paid attention to Pokemon leaks before, because like I don't know, I just never paid attention. But there was this account that I found called Centro Leaks. In Pokemon Wind Wave, the gyms and the Titan/Lord Pokemon are mixed together. There are in total 18, one for each type. They will be inspired by the Sustainable Development Goals. Clearing all 18 challenges allows you to challenge the champion. Now, I really liked in Gen 2 how you went through both Kanto and Johto. Doing the 16 gyms before both Elite Fours was great. Well, I mean, like, you did 8 and then one thing, and then you went to the other 8 and then you did the other thing. Whatever, you know what I mean. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I liked it, and I've always wanted a game like that. And the Pokemon Company was always just like, yeah, no, we're never going to do that again. Fuck you guys. Anytime you want something, that means we're going to put it on the list of make sure we don't do it. And I tried like scrolling, right? I like scrolled through the comments to see if anybody was like talking about how it's fake. And like, nobody's talking about how it might be fake. It's like, oh no, they're getting woke. How are there more story leaks for a game that hasn't even been announced yet? I'm glad they stuck with this. This was the best part about SV. I don't know what that means. Hires DEI consultant. Suddenly New World Order slop comes into Pokemon. Yeah, I'm shocked, honestly. Please tell me this is a joke. The list came from a communist manifesto that killed 50 million people. There's a lot of new comments here, unfortunately. But a lot of the comments when I was scrolling the other day when I posted this, were saying that like they learned about these in school. They were like, oh, I just learned about these, or oh, I just did a project on these. That's cool to see them in Pokemon. And it's like, holy shit, why are these being taught in schools? That's a little wild. So I was like, okay, well, is this even a reputable account? So I go to it, and it's like, over 500,000 followers, almost 600,000, the biggest source of Pokemon leaks, rumors, and news. And then main account is Centro Pokemon, which also has almost 500,000 followers. And I mean, like, everything is talking about leaks. Everything is talking about leaks. So I was like, oh no. oh no, this better be fake. But thankfully I had somebody respond to me and say, Centro leaks in the past have failed to verify leaks and posted fake leaks as real, while others knew it was fake before Centro posted it. So this just could be another fallen for the fake leak award. Hopefully. I would love to believe that. Somebody also alerted me to the fact that apparently the Pokemon Company donated to Black Lives Matter and the NAACP in 2020. I had no fucking clue. Centro Leaks is pretty much one of the better leak channels. He does not really post many fake leaks like other leak posters. I hope it's fake, but I would believe it if it was real, because Niantic was involved with Sweet Baby, and they also had some of the SDGs on their website. Not that Niantic is like a big Pokemon thing, but they were the Pokemon Go developers. And we've seen some other weird stuff in Pokemon recently that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know I've covered them a handful of times on stream. All of the goals are stupid as fuck. None of them are even possible without being a near post-scarcity society. I think the weirdest rabbit hole I ever fell down, well, in regards to the sustainable development goals, is that that VTuber company, Irium, their parent company that owns them also owns stuff like MRI machine patents and hospitals and baseball teams and like electric cars and healthcare services and police services. And the company that owns Irium is also dedicated to the sustainable development goals. And part of setting up a VTuber company was them wanting to have even more of an edge in emerging entertainment markets. So I remember going over that and being like, that's fucking wild. I wonder how many other Globo Homo VTubers we're gonna see pop up. Pokemon 2030, perhaps Pokemon will be the franchise that incorporates ESG ratings the most. Will Greta Thunberg be a gym leader? Look at this nonsense. The Pokemon Company International, diversity, equity, and inclusion. We believe in celebrating the humanity of every individual. TPCI believes in a just and equitable world, that every person, employee, and fan has the unique skills, powers, and purpose to contribute to this common cause. Our competitive advantage is in our collective talents and various backgrounds, and an inclusive environment brings us together in our shared mission to bring fun to fans around the world. We succeed in our mission with a culture where all people of TPCI thrive, and ideas are shared openly and respectfully. TPCI is committed to upholding its culture dedicated to inclusivity, which constantly celebrates diverse perspectives, where voices are heard and every employee can be their authentic self. We maintain a safe environment grounded in respect and civility for all. You know, it was probably just pure chance that Pokemon happened to be a Japanese IP and blew up and became a global beloved phenomenon, that they were able to resist this fucking equity disgusting nonsense for so long. And now that Japan is finally being infiltrated, what better tool to use than something targeted towards every generation of children and also has a massive cult of adults like myself who still loves it, you know? Like, it's such an easy way to not have to be innovative, to not have to change anything, to not have to design anything new, just keep using the same formula over and over and over again, while also pumping people full of your propaganda. It's such an easy way to do it. There's a couple more slides here that says, Familia Pokemon. Bienvenidos! We are a group of Latinx/Hispanic employees who are united by experiences, food, language, and so many other aspects of our cultures. We come together as a familia, which means family in Spanish and Portuguese. I'm gonna be real, like, I mean, it made sense when Lilo was like, Ohana means family, because who the fuck's heard of Ohana outside of the islands, right? But familia, I mean, that's pretty obvious that means family. I'm gonna be real. Our purpose is to foster the professional development of our members in the interactive entertainment industry, as well as to facilitate recruitment and retention of our talent, while promoting awareness and inclusion of the Latinx/Hispanic community and culture. Why is this necessary in a Japanese company? Why is this happening? For some reason, the thing below this says the Pokemon Black Diaspora, as if they couldn't get even more silly. We are the Pokemon Black Diaspora TPBD Employee Resource Group. Our aim is to aid in the creation of an inclusive company culture by providing a supportive and uplifting community for Black employees throughout TPCI. We'll achieve this through education, community development, recruitment, and engagement with folks inside and outside the office. We want to create a place where every Black employee has a space where they can collaborate, relax, and empower each other throughout their daily lives. Black excellence and Black representation. I bet I'm gonna hit that arrow and I'm gonna see, like, you know, the white Pokemon coalition, and they're gonna be talking about white excellence, right? We're gonna have that next, right? Because we're all about equality and inclusivity, right? Oh, it's the TPCI Rainbow Gym. Oh, I was wrong, chat. How could it be? Welcome to TPCI Rainbow Gym, TPCI's official employee resource group on a mission to celebrate LGBTQIA+ employees. In addition to creating a safe place for queer folks and allies, we provide helpful resources to allow for open discussion and internal support. With the understanding of the intersectionalities of the larger community, TPCI Rainbow Gym works with leaders and departments to promote inclusion at all levels, including initiatives related to engagement, talent acquisition, professional development, and community building. I really hate to see the things that I enjoy go this route and be inherently discriminatory and racist. And it makes me really upset because it's like there's so much money that I would give to this company, that I have given to this company in the past, and it feels like something I love is ripped away from me, and I don't like that. You don't hate the activists enough. You really don't. Translation, put gay shit in your game or we burn your company down. And like, what? I don't even think it's like the threat, because like they can't burn the Pokemon company down. The Pokemon company has so much money, they can do whatever the fuck they want for as long as they want, you know? But to see something that I loved be propagandized and twisted into this disgusting mess of discrimination and racism, it just makes me really upset. And I wish we could just go back to like everyone is together and everyone wants to make a good Pokemon game. How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Feels great, Jay. What am I looking at here? Oh, is this a boy with a skirt? They've made their models so fucking androgynous that it's like impossible to tell the male and female models apart anymore. And like that downfall, I think, started with Pokemon Go, where they uglified everyone's characters. And I was like, thank fuck I've never spent any money on cosmetics in this game, because I'd be pissed. Like all the people who had spent cosmetics and they were like, well, now my character looks fucking atrocious. Why have you done this? So that's pretty disappointing to see as far as Pokemon goes. That makes me pretty sad. The many lies of Hassan Piker. And I think this pretty much illustrates very well and hopefully should stop people trying to defend it.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it.
And that's it. Hassan is a fucking liar. Season 8, episode 27, brought to you by Tectone.
There should be a white serial number that doesn't have a protruding, so it would be indented with some serial number or some sticker on the inside, right? But in the one shown on Hassan's stream, which is the same one, it has nothing. Why? Tape.
Guys, you can see the round bump under the tape.
Yeah, Chad, my dog does go to the same trainer as Hassan, but he asked me if I wanted to use an e-collar, and I said no.
How do you associate yourself with this man? How do you support this man?
Nice tattoo, Eggy Man. We gotta push that out of frame. Let's get that out of here.
This is the remote for the vibrating gate, I swear. Why does he move this one specific thing out of the frame? It must be the Jews.
Oh,
now he does nothing but move it out of
Jews.
frame. You know the kids say 4K, they say 16K, they say.
He just looks at her. She knows, bro. It's so over.
I do think Hassan shocked the dog. I don't really know how you could say he didn't shock the dog at this point.
I think her collar's too tight. You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get 1. I think you're choking her.
There's a lot of neck meat.
First he said the paw got stuck. Then he said he was reaching for his Zin. Then he said she wasn't wearing a collar. Then he says it's a vibration collar. Then he made the argument that electric collars are actually okay even if I was using one. Then he says the dog is spoiled. He said it's Israeli propaganda. And finally, where we're at now.
That is insane if Hassan actually was just like, yeah, it's Israeli propaganda that I have a shock collar. As Mossad is making up lies about me specifically, shocking a dog. I'm gonna be real. I feel like if Israel was going to use Hassan for propaganda, they'd be able to use a lot more things than just a shock collar for a dog. I'm gonna be real with you.
Now is that it's the gate.
Many times I've never seen a shock.
Why are you talking like this is a legal document?
Hey, I've
it's
never seen
happened
a
in my
zap.
presence. When I'm not around, he's probably shocking the fuck out of her. A commemorative mug I got from England.
As more things come out, they're holding strong. That's defense that not even money can buy, but clout though.
I looked at the collar. The collar is taped off.
This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
It's really sad when people will defend you not on principle and not because you deserve to be defended because you're being maliciously attacked, but because you have a massive amount of clout, and if they defend you, they might get some of that clout. They might get to exist in your presence and therefore increase their viewership and clout in the streamer sphere. Serious question, what does being Hassan's friend even get you at this point? Well, look at how many followers he has. Look at how much attention he gets. Look at how much money he makes from his streaming. Look at how many viewers he has. If you defend Hassan, there will be people that come and interact with you. I mean, look at the people who started my harassment campaign earlier this year. Those people were literal fucking who's, floundering in irrelevance. And now they have a bunch of people who interact with them constantly because even though they were lying, malicious freaks, they did something that those people like. Having the Twitch CEO as a simp carries a lot of privilege, I guess so. I guess so. Pokimane and LilyPichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hassan. It did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. And Pokimane, to throw her staff under the bus, goes, the episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it'd cause drama. And also posted this statement without my approval. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. Her staff did the correct thing to try and protect her, but once again, apparently that protection means nothing in the face of being able to get clout off of Hassan. Valkyrae apologizes to her community for DMing Asmongold. My fault for not being aware enough, probably so hurtful and jarring. We're at the point in current year that you have to apologize for merely talking to someone in private, which is wild.
At the end of the day, it is my fault for not being aware enough, and I apologize to my community. It was probably so hurtful and so jarring. I
always say if you feel like you do something wrong, you apologize to your community, not the cancel mob, right? But DMing another human being that hasn't done anything wrong, like what? The worst thing Asmon did was like say that culture thing, and he stepped down from companies. He went and made an apology. He was like, I went a bit too far. Right? So like what? If that's the worst thing he's done, I'm a little confused as to why her community would be upset. Her community is the cancel mob. It's just insanity to me. Right? Like, if not that this has happened, but if I had like a DM conversation with somebody that I had issues with, like let's say like Tricky, right? We came together and she was like, I fucking shouldn't have said that shit about assassinating Trump. I shouldn't have doubled down. Like I'm sorry that like I went that far. I didn't realize how hurtful that could be. I'd be like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, okay. I don't think anyone in my community would get pissed at me for speaking to someone like that, right? Like I don't think anyone here would get like overtly angry.
I'm under a rock, and that's my fault. So
under a rock?
Everyone, including myself, should be more aware of, what's going on in the world and what people are saying.
Yes, but how does this apply to Asmongold?
I just it is my fault at the end of the day. That is my fault. literally no one's fault but my own. I'm not aware enough, and that's on me. Ray, you're a good role model still at this point. I don't think so. I don't think I am.
Not a fan of her after that, but not gonna cry at the Foxu for it. Yeah, it's like if I said I had that conversation with someone, I wouldn't expect people to immediately change their opinions on them, right? I wouldn't immediately like start going to bat defending them hardcore either. I would just be like, oh yeah, I had a conversation with this person that I previously had issues with. It went well. There's a resolution. That's pretty okay. Feel bad for LilyPichu because she got roped into this because Poki and Hassan are friends, and he very stupidly defended her for the $28 bag of cookies when everyone was giving her shit for it. Also makes it worse because her podcast staff are going to take the most crap from his fan base. Yeah, it's very, very sad. I was on a group collab with Tricky one time, didn't fling any crap over it, didn't say a word to her the whole time that you recall. No, we interacted in a very friendly manner because it's like, that's what you do. If you're in a group collab, if you get invited somewhere, even if you don't like someone, you act professionally, right? I'm sure a lot of shitty people in the VTuber sphere would be like, actually, if you want me in this collab, you're gonna have to get rid of that one. I won't do it with her. But it's like, that's not a professional attitude. And it's like, I'm glad that most people I have had to interact with have that professional attitude. Poki's podcast staff are likely packing their stuff as we speak. That's pretty sad. You think you owe me an apology? You did not believe that many streamers on Twitch were brainwashed by the far left. I don't know why you owe me an apology. I was just like, guys, it's a little weird. It's a little weird how many people are defending Hassan. VTuber don't know how to be professional. It's why they're VTubers instead of office workers. Well, it's like when you get a bunch of like the hag love VTubers, right? We've had some jobs in the past. We can act professionally.
I think I have a good job of recognizing when I do mess up and accepting that and being okay with it. But and it's all good. It's all like I hear you guys. I see you guys. You're right. You're so right. And it is 100,000% my fault for not being aware enough.
You don't think the perks of being affiliated with Hassan trickles down to his disciples? You mean look at Frogan, the rising star for the 5th year straight? She's still getting those awards though, right? And she still gets a massive amount of traction, even if it's people digging at her all over Twitter. So that's going to eventually drive more people that agree with her to her. And it's a little crazy.
And I need to be more proactive in being aware of people and what's going on in this world. Listen, guys, even when it's happening to me, it is 1,000% okay to hold people accountable for actions and mistakes, okay?
Hold people accountable for actions and mistakes. Like DMing Asmongold. Do you think she realizes how insane she fucking sounds? This is like, oh, simply because you had a conversation with a person, that means you're also bad. Imagine when she has to watch an interview, man. How terrifying. That's like a horror movie.
I think that the biggest discourse is seeing, like, I feel like the community is split. Like, some people are being too harsh, some people are not being harsh enough, and it's like, it's...
What?
Like, I see you, okay? It is a good thing. And because of that, I was able to do like a deep dive. I was able to leave my rock and see and be more aware of it. And, you know, I need to be more aware.
It's actually insane that she felt that was something she needed to say at all. Actually insane. And then to the thing Vouch linked is Tectone predicted Asmongold will go live tomorrow, see Valkyrae throwing him under the bus and say, it's okay, I understand why she had to do this, it's no big deal. As he always fucking does. This is the man you call a monster. I've known this dude for nearly 4 years now. This guy's one of the most down-to-earth, kind individuals I've ever met. Tired of seeing this shit, good lord. And before I watch this, because I haven't watched it, I don't know if I could have, like, that kind of a nonchalant attitude. Maybe he has to because of how large his audience is. You know, maybe it's a bit of like, I say things like this to protect the other people from getting mobbed on. But like, if somebody had been crazy to me, I am not giving them benefit of the doubt at that point. Like, I am tired of it. I am exhausted with that kind of attitude, bro.
Do that. And right there in the butt. No, but like if Ray's mistake, I'll get to that. But I'll say it right now. Ray's mistake is she should have messaged me twice. She should have asked me what she should do, and she also should have asked me, should she say that she asked me? And I'd have told her nothing both times. That she should have asked me if she should have told people that she asked me. I would have said, don't tell people that. I was surprised she said it. Y'all know I never said that shit about her because I knew people would react that way. They get mad as fuck. And so absolutely. So the only thing you could have thanked this. Nah, the thing is, like, exactly. And so
I wonder if her brain meat went, oh, if I mention on stream that I was DMing with Asmongold, that's another clout avenue for me. You know, I wonder if that's like what went through her brain momentarily. Like, I can only imagine how streamers think in that regard. I don't always agree with him, but you always respect Baldy for how he conducts himself. I have massive respect for Asmongold, and I'm very glad that he's given me advice in the past. I was just like, holy shit, I've used his advice that he said on stream multiple times, and it's helped me through a lot, so
yeah, she should just ask me about it. I was surprised. Somebody said there was a clip of her talking about me. I read it the first time in chat. I didn't say it out loud because I was like, there's no way she'd say that because then her audience would get mad. And then I opened up LSF and it's there and I said,
that's wild that he knows her audience better than she does in that regard. That's an actual wild thing.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh, boy. That poor girl. Do that. And
I was like, I don't know. I could not imagine being held, like, completely fucking captive by your audience in that manner. Like, you guys and I, we disagree on stuff sometimes. Like, sometimes I need to be beat a little bit harder when, like, I don't think I'm wrong about something. You know, we all have those moments. But, like, I'm glad that we can have those disagreeable moments, and it's not like you guys are some weird fucking flash mob like a lot of these larger streamers are, where, like, they step out of line a single time and then they immediately start getting attacked by their audience. It's wild. You hold your audience captive, not the other way around. I still remember when fucking Synthetic Man's audience was doing weird shit before we, like, made up from that drama, which some people still parrot the fact that they're like, oh, Kirsche's a mod for this Nazi. It's like, no, I'm not, brother man. Please live in reality. But it was wild how when, like, those people were coming after me, there were, like, people who hate me on Twitter celebrating. They were like, oh, finally she's getting her comeuppance. Her audience is angry with her. I was like, no, this isn't my audience. My audience is making fun of them. The olives will continue until Kirsche improves. There are two types of streamers. Ones who captivate their viewers and have them follow because they like what the streamer is/says. And ones who are held hostage by their viewers, demanding the streamers say what they expect them to say. Total respect to the first, none for the latter. Hey, that guy phrased what I said way better than I did. Maybe he should be a streamer. Asmongold goes on to say he's not bothered or upset, and he actually understands. Oh my god, Tectone was right.
Basically apologized for messaging me, right? That's pretty much what it was. And I think that, honestly, the biggest mistake that she made is that she didn't message me twice. I do. Because she should have messaged me and asked if she should have told the community that she messaged me. And if she had done that, I'd have told her no. I would have. I think this is an own goal for her. It definitely is. And so anyway, and the thing is that, listen, her community, everybody, see, like, I don't view streaming, like, I'm friendly with people in streaming, but I don't confuse myself and delude myself into thinking that a lot of people will not, obviously. I would never want and expect a person to, like, you know, put their career at risk or to do something that would be bad for their community just for my ego or to make me look good, right? And so, like, I don't take this...
Don't dick Schlorpa, but if someone needs defending, defend them, you know? If someone does something wrong, that's when you're just like, well, you know, I don't really agree with that.
Personally, I don't get upset about this. It doesn't bother me. I'm not mad about it, except... And so that's really it. Tectone predicted you would have said something like this. Well, I don't know if he did or not. I'd have to go back and look. I can look at it after this. But yeah, I'm not mad about this. I don't really care. I think that it's funny, if you want me to be honest.
It is kind of funny.
Not in a way that I'm laughing at her misfortune, but in a way that it's just like, man, what a ridiculous situation,
Yes,
isn't it?
very
So,
much
but doesn't
so.
it put you off? It seems really inauthentic. Well, it doesn't seem inauthentic because it might seem inauthentic to you because you're not looking at it through the correct lens. So for me, it doesn't seem inauthentic because these people are primarily they're streamers because it's their job. So why would I get mad at somebody doing something that's in the best interest of their career? Why would I do that? So really, I mean, am I going to expect somebody to, like fall on their sword for some other opinion that I have? Absolutely not. So
While I agree with him, if part of like your career is having to disavow someone like Asmongold who is so middle of the road, that is a bit crazy to me. That is a bit crazy. And like, I don't even know what they were DMing about from watching all of these clips. I don't know if she told her community, but it's just like it was a simple DM conversation. It wasn't like they were collabing together, you know? I was like, I don't know. That's what inauthentic means. Yeah, it's kind of a weird way to phrasing it. I'm thinking he's saying he doesn't feel like it's inauthentic because it's something that they're doing for their career. But I feel like it's inauthentic in the way that, like, this is not something that a normal person would have to apologize for. And they're doing it much like we go back to the Ludwig thing where he said, like, when someone does the right thing, you have to ask if it was also the correct business decision. And to us normal people, her apologizing for a DM isn't the right thing to do. But for her audience, it is the right thing to them because that's what they want to hear. Doesn't seem like something he'd do, though. Yep. Why even mention it? I have no idea. DMing another content creator means you're actually best friends. You would know this if you actually answered yours. Yeah, I'm sure there are some crazy people out there who are just like, oh, Kirsche talked to this one person one time. That means she believes everything that they say, you know? A little crazy. A little crazy.